Good morning everybody, welcome to day 6 and today we're going to do everything in standing. Now when I teach I always tend to start in standing and we do a bit of a warm-up, some work on the lower legs, we may be working into the hips, but one crucial thing that I do pretty much without exception in every class is work on balance. Now balance work is so valuable in the sense that not only does it help to build a strong core, but it works both of your legs, both sides of the body independent of each other, so it is going to give you more stability under on your feet when you're walking around. And also when we're doing balance work, we really get into weight bearing exercise, which is crucial for helping to offset conditions such as osteopenia, osteoporosis. So let's get moving. Bring yourself into a standing position. Your feet can be as wide or as narrow as you feel comfortable with. And try to hold the body nice and tall. So think about drawing the shoulder blades down so the chest opens and you can feel like you're standing a little bit taller, but without lifting the chin. So keep the chin down, but just lengthen through the spine. So we'll start with a little bit of a warm-up. So from here, I want you to just sit the bottom back into a small squat. You don't need to come too low. And then push through the feet to come up, circle through the shoulders, relax the shoulders down from the ears, come forwards with your weight into your toes, and we're going to take a small heel lift. And then as you lower the heels down, try and lower with control. Now if your balance is really poor, feel free to hold on to something for balance if that's going to give you a bit more confidence. So again, we take that squat again, but a little bit lower. So each time we're increasing our range of movement. So again, coming down nice and slow as we lower down, a bit lower into that squat again. Arms up, always keep the shoulders relaxed, coming up a little bit lower, controlling that lower down phase. We're going to take 3 more. So again, sitting a little bit lower, coming up, getting nice and high onto those toes, up onto the balls of the feet now. Slowly down. Good, nice and low into that squat. Try to keep the arms up, the eyes looking forwards. Always using the hips. Good, well done. Nice and slow with that lower down phase. This is just nicely warming up the lower body for our balance work. This is our last one. Nice and high on those toes. Lifting up, pushing up through the feet, and again, slowly down. Good, well done. Now again, just bring the shoulders back. Step the feet in now so that they're underneath the hips. We want them to be quite close. I'm going to turn slightly an angle here so you can see better what I'm doing. So first of all, we're going to start to bring the arms forwards as we lift the right heel off the floor. So we're just balanced on the toes. And then we're going to lower down, and again we're going to bring the arms forwards and we're going to lift the left heel off the floor. Now obviously the idea of any work that we do in Pilates is that it meets you wherever you are at currently. So if your balance is not great, then by all means just work on heel lifts to start with. You don't need to bring the feet off the floor. We can move on from this heel lift to coming up to rest on the big toe. So you can feel all the weight now is in that standing leg. And the big toe is almost just helping you balance. So again, this might be a good level for you to stay at. This might be enough. If you feel quite wobbly here. And of course, you can always do this near a chair or a wall. So if you do lose balance, you don't feel like you're going to topple over. And then from here, we start to add in that full foot lift, coming away from the floor and then lowering down. Now just be careful not to lean back here, because sometimes as we lean back, it creates that false sense that we're bringing the knee far forwards. So as you lift the knee, try to keep the shoulders over the hips, the shoulders relaxed. And if you're confident in lifting the foot off the floor, start to bring the leg up a little bit higher each time. So slowly lifting up. Ultimately, we're looking to get the knee up to about hip height, but that could be something that you progress to further down the line. Don't feel that you need to come to that point yet if you're just still working on balance. What I would say is balance does come very quickly. With consistent practice, you will develop balance very quickly. Good, well done. Now let's change things up a bit, because the other good thing about balance is we work the hips as well. So let's move the hips in a slightly different position. So keep the feet again underneath the hips. And we're going to take the right leg out to the side, and we're going to take the left arm out. Now again, we're just going to scoot the foot away so the foot's still in contact with the floor. And then we're going to slide it back, and we're going to do the same to the other side. So again, we're not lifting the foot, we're just scooting back. Good, well done. Now we're trying not to lean, okay? So again, trying to keep the shoulders over the hips as we move, so that the movement's coming from the shoulders and the hips. Now, of course, again here, if you feel comfortable, you can balance on that big toe. And again, over to the other side, balancing on that big toe. And again, if you feel you're ready, you can start to lift the foot off the floor. And again, same to the other side. Good, well done. So as I said, it might take time to progress. You don't need to match my pace either. It might be that you want to go a little bit slower. Now from here, we can start to put those two together. So if we go back to bringing the knee and the arm forwards, lifting the right leg. So again, it could be that you're just at that level where you're bringing the toes, the heel off the floor, and you're balancing on your big toe. And then as you lower down, again, we can go to the other side. And again, then we can go back and move out from side to side. Again, nice and controlled. Good. So again, bringing ourselves into that forward movement, lifting the foot off the floor if you feel comfortable, bringing the arm up a little bit higher, and again, out to the side. So you can see how we can progress the exercises, always meeting you wherever you're at with your progress. Now, the other way that we can challenge, particularly challenge the standing leg in terms of muscular endurance and of course balance, is by alternating the two exercises, but alternating between the two on each side. So if we go back to the right arm, left leg. So let's go from that level one where we're just up on the big toe. And then from here, we lower the arm, drop the heel, and then we move straight out to the other side. Now this is going to force the left leg to be balancing the body for longer. It's going to challenge that left leg, and you'll certainly probably feel it in that left leg. And then again over to the other side, and again kicking it out to the side. And of course, if you're at that point where you're lifting the leg all the way off, you're going to come up, and again you could either tap the foot to the floor, or you can keep the foot off and kick it straight out to the side. This is really going to challenge that standing leg. Good, so again, either rest the foot down and see if you can keep the foot off, and then push it straight out to the side and come back. Good, well done. I hope you enjoyed that little balance sequence. Hope you found it challenging. Just to say, with balance, balance is one of the few components of fitness that you can do anytime, anywhere. So if you think you're in the kitchen waiting for the kettle to boil, or you could be chatting on the phone, that's another great thing. So most of us use mobile phones now, or a cordless phone. So again, you're chatting away and you can just be balancing on one leg. It is better if you can try and do it without shoes on, because obviously footwear gives us a lot of stability. But certainly from a balance and stability point of view, it's a great way to weave this into your daily life by just doing it when you're going about your day-to-day activities. And as I said, with consistency, your balance will improve very quickly. I hope that helps, and I look forward to seeing you for our final day tomorrow.